Hey everybody, it's Tanya Atomic, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Spicy Sriracha palette by Peachy Queen. If you hear something in the background, it's my cats running around. I mean, if you ever hear anything, it's my cats running around. I've got two of them. They like to play and chase each other, and sometimes they fight because one of them plays too hard. And right now they are trying to explore my closet, and now they're playing. So silly guys. But anyway, so yes, this is the Spicy Sriracha palette by Peachy Queen. This is new. It is vegan and cruelty free. It doesn't say, but I believe it is a eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. So if you are sensitive to pigments, just test it out. I am not. So here's the palette. Very, very cute. It looks like a bottle of sriracha. And I love me some hot sauce. Personally, I am a hot sauce lover. It comes in this cardboard case that is the same front and back as the palette. And here's the palette right here. You open it up, it does have this protector in it, and it has a mirror, and it says, here I'm going to reflect La Belle La Bête there for you, if you can see that. It says keep it saucy, and I will go ahead and swatch these colors for you. The first color is a coppery champagne shimmer called Spicy. And that, it's got a little bit of an undertone of orange to it. It was a little chunky when I picked it up, but it did swatch out smooth. Then It's Lit is this really neat neon orange. Actually, it's not as neon-y. When swatch, it's about this bright. Usually neon is so bright it brights out the camera, and the camera can't pick it up and makes it look brown. But it looks about this color. Very bright orange, but it looks kind of like hot sauce. Kind of like a hot sauce. Okay, then we have Hot Mama, which is this red shimmer. Right there. Is that a shimmer? It is. Okay. Then we have Saucy, which is so very smooth. Saucy is super smooth. It is sort of a brick burgundy brownie ready shimmer here. It has a little bit of a chunky feel, but not like Spicy did. It's just a little bit smoother. Then we have Red Hot, which is a red matte, an orange leaning red matte. Then we have Fire, which is sort of a burgundy brownish matte. Then we have Flamin', which is a really cool color. I really like this color. It's like orange, like a hint of brown, and it's a shimmer. It's fairly smooth. Then we have Fuego, which is also a cool color, and it's sort of a burgundy, dark purpley brown, or purpley leaning, burgundy leaning brown. And it's a shimmer as well. Then we have Light It Up, which is chunky. I ain't gonna lie. Light It Up is chunky. It's a chunky one. It's very reflective, very bright, and a really pretty color. But it is chunky. Then we've got Zesty. Okay, Zesty, which is sort of a cheese yellow. And then keep it spicy. That's a smooth, coppery, leans orange. Let me get a little bit more there. I think I didn't get enough product there. That is really pretty. And then Blaze, which is sort of a true red, dark red, but blue leaning. And that's how it's swatched on first swatch, although when I show you what I did to get this eye look, you'll see it performs much better than this swatch. It's not a very good swatch, but let me do another. So, and this one really builds. This color really builds, so I'm going to actually do a third. That's 3 swatches on that one. Most of them I've only swatched once. I think there was another one I showed you I swatched twice. But this one I swatched 3 times. It is a pretty shadow. I really like how it performs on the eyes, so please don't judge it by the swatch. However, know that it is a buildable shadow, which I really like. So there are all the colors swatched. I think it's a really pretty color story there. And I will say I really like how well these shadows perform. I would say my biggest complaint is so far is the chunkiness. But I think they swatched out really smooth, really vibrant. It's very pretty. Now I am going to go ahead and show you how I did this look. So I have my eyes primed with Nomad Cosmetics eye primer. And I am going to start by going in with Blaze. So spicy. Now this one goes on pretty pigmented, but it does build up as well. That's the kind of shadow I really like. I like a shadow where you lay it down and you see some color and you get some payoff, but it's not too intense, and then you can build it up a little bit so that it can be as vibrant as you like it. Okay, I'm actually going to go in a third time just to kind of see what it looks like. And it's coming across a truer red. It was coming across a little bit pinkish at first because it was mixing with the primer. And as it builds, it gets truer red. And the color is very smooth, actually. I'm not seeing any patchiness at all. So, and that's the purpose. I'm not, you know, doing a makeup tutorial for you guys. I'm testing out this palette so that you know how the shadows perform. And that's primarily what I'm doing here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Red Hot. Okay, Red Hot has a little bit of kick up here. I'm just kind of blending out that red, seeing how it looks with this Red Hot. The Red Hot here isn't as deep of a red, so I'm blending out the deeper red with it to see just how that looks. Seeing that this is a Blaze, a blue red, Spicy is more of an orange red I'm seeing. And they are actually blending pretty well together. I'm going to go ahead and go with It's Flaming. Hey, Max. Do you want to be held? I'm gonna go in the closet. Now I am getting a pretty decent color payoff with Flame-In, but I am gonna try to go in with my finger and see if pressing it in makes it any more vibrant. And I think it does. I really like that. Now with pressing it in, I did get a little bit of fallout underneath, but I think that's the nature of when you press in, that's just happens. You can get a little fallout with that type of application. And I'm gonna go in with Saucy. Going in with Saucy on the lid, but towards the outer edge. And I think that blends really nicely. Not only did the shadow, the formulas blend really nicely, but the colors as well. So I think that orange going into that sort of purplish brownish orange, it just really blended really well. I need to use its lid. I really do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try putting it on the lower lash. And then I'm going to blend that out with Zesty here. I'm going to add a little bit of Keep It Spicy to the inner side of the lower lash. Then I'm going to go for Light It Up in my inner corner. Okay, Light It Up is a little bit disappointing in my inner corner. Let me try using a finger here. That was a teeny bit better. Okay, so that was a teeny bit better, but I don't like how it applied. I'm going to try Light It Up under my brow. Okay, that seems fine. It seems to be getting everywhere. So Light It Up is kind of flaky and not wanting to apply nicely. Let me see if I can sort of blend this out a little bit. So I feel like Light It Up looks pretty, but it was kind of flaky and it sort of got everywhere. It got on my other shadows, even though I wasn't trying to apply it there, and sort of blended everything out in a way that I didn't really enjoy. And I was really liking the look before. I'm going to put a little bit more flame in here to cover for that. The one thing I could try is to apply it wet. That's my last thing that I'm going to try, is to try to apply it wet in the inner corner and see if that works for it. Okay, so I'm going to spray some setting spray on this pencil brush, and then I'm going to try Light It Up and see if that makes any kind of difference here. Okay, it does. It does. That makes a huge difference. It actually looks like a bright and shiny little beacony highlight there. I can definitely see it, and the chunkiness didn't really bother me as much. I can try it on the other side here. Okay, so that's how to get the shadow to work, is to spray some setting spray, or you could use water, and then dip it in and get it to work that way. So I'm happy that I got the shadow to work. I'm not happy that it was so chunky that even with my finger it didn't apply well, and that it kind of wanted to go everywhere and get on all the other shadows too. But now that I know how to work with it, I'm much happier with it. So my final thoughts on the Spicy Sriracha palette by Peachy Queen. Overall, I really dig this one. I really like this one. The colors, very pretty. They're real spicy if you're looking for that red, orange, spicy kind of look. Definitely we've got it in here. I will say the mattes I liked way better than the shimmers. The mattes were smooth and beautiful, buildable and blendable. The shimmers, some of them were chunky. Light It Up being the most difficult one to use. It was crumbly a little bit, chunky, although when I used the setting spray, I think it came out beautifully. So that might be the trick to use with these shimmers, is setting spray. I will say it's really these two and maybe Keep It Spicy, although I didn't use these on the eye. When I used Flamin' and Saucy on the eye, or actually I did use Keep It Spicy, but I didn't really notice because I just use it in a small area. But when I use Saucy and Flamin', they actually, I think they're what I have on my lid right now, and I think they came out really beautifully. And I also think they blend into each other very beautifully. That's one of the things I really like, is how well thought out all these colors are and how they blend into one another. Having that, even some with the, you know, oranger and some with the bluer undertone, they still blend together, and they go in with the browns and the purpley browns really well. There's like a purpley, browny, orangey thing going on here. But yeah, I will say these two were a bit difficult. With setting spray, they work, but they do take a little bit of work. I mean, in the sense that you gotta spray your brush before using it. So not the end of the world, but not as easy as other shimmers I have used. Definitely not as nice as Flamin'. So overall, I did really like it, and I'll leave information below for Peachy Queen. That is it for today's video. Thanks for watching.